1 second. And should be live everywhere. Okay, just gonna post this. Okay, hello America, good morning. The markets are opening in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let me just quickly explain what's going on my account, just so that you know. We had first of all, I put a teaser in the DAX. I've actually got the DAX. Let me open the DAX chart here. This was a school run, and it's been a real pickle of a market where the school run triggered. I actually stopped myself out, but I put the tiniest position on. Actually, I probably could put a little tinier than that. I put a tiny little position on this morning just to keep an eye on it. That was all there was. So, just ignore that, although I'm actually many points on the off side. And the three positions you're seeing here was my attempt to play the rule of 4 after the PPI number. And I just thought, I want to at least just have a reference point from it. It wasn't as such because of course I want to make money. It would be stupid to say, oh, it wasn't for making money. But it was actually just, I wanted to have a reference point. Okay, where did the rule of thumb where did the rule of 4 kick in? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I bought above, and as you can see, I pretty much, that would have been a much better place to sell short. But I decided, you know what? Given the evidence that I went through on the PPI numbers, I'm perhaps not entirely convinced that this market couldn't rally. But again, they're really tiny positions there, and they weren't meant to be positions as such. They were sort of just meant to be, shall we say, reference points or markers for when for me to have something to gauge by and say, okay, do I want to be short or do I want to be long? So, considering they are both losing, hopefully you're not going to feel too aggrieved by the fact that these positions are basically centered around the idea of the rule of 4. But I have to tell you, I don't rate the rule of 4 very highly on the PPI number. I think that's a bit hit and miss. If you see the NASDAQ. Okay, so here we open. So here we are. So I was going to open, and maybe I'll just stop myself out of these positions very quickly. I don't know. We'll see. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I basically just bought at the highs, and technically I should actually be short the rule of 4. So there you go. That's sort of just a little bit of trivia for you. I'm sure this isn't looking particularly pretty, and I may just close it very shortly just so I have a clean slate for everyone to see. But I will keep an eye on it, and so there they are for full transparency. But they're certainly not trades that I'm calling out. It was more for reference point and something to use as educational material. Having said that, obviously, even a small position can turn into a big loss if you let it run on a bad day. So obviously, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'd like to just take you back to yesterday on a 15-minute chart, because I think yesterday was a particularly troublesome day. And if you look at the open yesterday, which came here, the school run would trigger long here, and that was a disaster. Then would trigger short here, and that was a disaster. Trigger long there, that was a disaster. So you actually had a market which was just prolonged trading in a trading range about 2.5 hours into the session, and not until then did it begin to actually make some inroads higher. So that was the 15-minute chart. If you look at the Dow Jones for the same time frame yesterday, you have the first initial spurt higher, which was kind of what I was hoping today that would happen like it did yesterday, but so far that is not what's happening. And again, school run triggered a long here, not good. And then trigger short here, not good. So the school run has really been a disappointment this week. Unless, of course, you took the opposite. Then you've been very happy. So what I'm hoping to achieve today is to find a place to place a swing sort of intraday, and then hopefully be able to ride it. And I do need to get rid of these at some point. But I will let you sit there and revel in the joy that you are not in these positions and I am. There's a technique called the trapdoor technique, and you could argue that the trapdoor is applicable in the DAX right now. I'd like to explain that to you. The PPI numbers produced something that was well received by the German market, and the market rallied very hard. However, when you see a rally induced by news and the market starts trading below the low of that news, that is generally not a good sign. Of course, I haven't actually seen a proper break in the DAX. What do I mean by a proper break? Well, apart from this bar here, I really want to see the subsequent bar closing below the previous bar's low. And I'm not seeing any of that at all. But that's the European market. Of course, you're focusing on the US market. And so here we are. In case that you have missed this, but I do trade Wednesdays, but I'm not trading with you on Wednesdays. Wednesday is kind of my day to just trade for myself and research and all the other wonderful things that I do as a trader. So I'm only with you on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. I went through some slides earlier that showed how PPI had fared, and seems like I've lost that. Yeah, it's gone. Weird. Okay, well, that's a disappointment. I guess I have the YouTube video I could show. Where the hell are they? Okay, well, maybe I can just show you here. So this is the Dow back in August. The rule of 4, long, short, but then when the market actually opens, we see a good rally. About 648 about 100 points above the pre-market high. I'm sure I could find the next one. There we go. I think this would be it. Got the 1, 2, 3, 4 long above and short below here. It did actually produce something here. And how much did it go below? 40,900, 40,700. So that's a 200-point move. Excuse me. Anyway, I will refer to the YouTube video. I think this might be a good opportunity just to get rid of these things. I can show you the FTSE index. I assure you that is at times a very unpleasant index to trade. This is what it's been doing today. Decent move this morning. I bought it around here and got out around here. So in there and around out here. And since then it has been, well, it did come down, but then wow, up and down with absolutely zero real meaningful direction. But you don't want to stay at the FTSE, and I don't blame you. Could probably be swayed to be a buyer of the Nasdaq here. Not sure how much validity there is to this, because this doesn't feel like a strongly trended market. This is just trading range. So that's what's going on in the Nasdaq. Maybe it'll take a little while to break through this range, if yesterday is anything to go by. And the same can be said for Dow. Very trading range like open. Dow's moving. I'm going to get rid of these because I think they're a little bit distracting for what we want to do. No. Going to materially change the account balance. So now I don't have to look at it and you don't have to look at it. You sort of wonder if there's going to be more fireworks. Tomorrow, just looking at the news calendar. So tomorrow is CPI. Maybe CPI is the more interesting one of the two inflation numbers. And by the way, for the American audience, I was trading your beloved Nasdaq last night on this account, and as I said to the European traders this morning, yeah, I made £1,000, about 1,200, and I should really take it out of the account so that only trades placed here during the live YouTube sessions or in Telegram counts. I just haven't got around to it. But you know, I showed that you can go to the video, you can see the actual trade. But I bought the Nasdaq on a 15-minute chart last night. If you're interested, see this candle here, how we're breaking below this low here, there. I think I actually bought there, and it went a little bit against me. I set a target to be stopped out there, and I did. That was great. And now I'm thinking, why the hell didn't I just hold on to it? Considering, you know, we are 200 points higher. I guess my crystal ball was out for repair, huh, ladies and gentlemen? I was asked why I'm not on camera, and the answer is pretty simple. You are not here to see me. I see that Donald Trump's son is creating a new reality that the good people of Greenland wants to join America. Interesting. I wonder if they know just how much money the Danish government pumps into the infrastructure in Greenland. Education, free healthcare, and access to all free education in Denmark. I know that because I have a sibling who's worked as a doctor in Greenland, and the stories that I hear is of a society that is deeply, deeply fragmented. Fragmented because there is fuck all to do in Greenland. And as such, alcohol abuse is rampant. Suicide rates, domestic abuse. If anyone is from Greenland here, then you're more than welcome to contribute. I don't think I'm speaking out of terms. I know it's not so relevant, but just in case you wanted to broaden your horizon to what's going on in the world. But I'm sure that Donald Trump sees it as a real estate plot. And if we get global warming, maybe just maybe he also eyes the opportunity for finding resources. Anyway, I think I'll leave politics out of this channel. That is not why I'm here. I have too much empathy to be a politician. Can't do it. What a lovely trading range, huh? A friend of mine has just said we spend 5.7 billion Danish kroners every year on Greenland. Stand by. I think buyers are going to come in here at the low end of the range. They see that as a buying opportunity. A colleague of mine, some of you may know him, Mark Austin. Someone told me that he is bullish the FTSE, and he believes that we should buy the dips. I can see his point, because you can see one low, two lows, three lows, a triple bottom, buy retracements with a view of 8,300. I like Mark. Mark and Cameron, they're really decent gentlemen. We did a talk together in Bangkok. That was a really big experience for me to be that part of the world. So happy to pass on his wisdom to you. And if you didn't say that, then I'm really sorry, Mark, that I put words in your mouth. But I've been told reliably that you're making a call here for higher prices. So, and I can see why. I could totally get on board that. I just want to be patient. I really do not believe that the market in the last 7 trading days has been quick to make a move out of the gates. There's been a lot of misdirect. I think I'd rather sort of go, okay, if this is a signal bar, then let's be smart about it and go, fine, I'll short it up there. Why does that not look like a 38% retracement? I think I hit that from the wrong angle. That looks better. Just looks like a trading range to me. Running stocks below. The DAX trapdoor actually worked. Interesting. In approximately 2 minutes and 40 seconds, we are going to get the second 15-minute bar. And that could trigger a signal. Stand by. I'm buying the Dow here. I bought the Dow here. I'm going to have a stop loss about 30 points away. Just want to be a buyer below the range here. It's a very tight stop loss. Very tight. I'm just hoping that this is just the market trying to fake people out, traders out. So here's the entry at 71, stop loss at 39. Very tight stop loss. Nasdaq is actually continuing to fall, and I may flip this short. So I basically just bought below the 5-minute low down here. Of course, I still need to see follow through, but I thought it was an opportunity to buy with a small stop and hopefully a trip back up to 42,500. The 15-minute chart would dictate a short below 42,346. My stop loss is down here. So I'm about 20 points in profit. See what that looks like. So stop to break even. So my stop loss is now break even. No risk. So far so good. Nasdaq is slightly different. DAX pushing higher as well. Let me just check the FTSE. Dow so far looking good. Might just capture 5 points. Move the stop loss up a little bit. What I love about this software is the functionalities I got. I can just click on this, stop to break even, half profit. It's lovely. So I'm closing my Dow here, and I'm taking 50 odd points in profit. I think it was. Yeah, 50 points. Got no open orders. That was a decent trade. Let me just reiterate what I was thinking. I have a bull trend up from the news, an A, B, C, D, where this and this basically creates harmony, and I want to be a buyer below this, but I was waiting for a better entry. So I waited for this candle to be complete, and then I bought down here. The target is 42,500, but gotta be honest with you, I am quite keen on calling it a day because I have some research I want to engage with, and which one eventually will benefit you. So I'm quite happy just to say, yeah, thank you very much. 1% added to the account, 12,100. But that's the only reason. So I know it's a bit of a short session, but you also had me this morning, and I had the PPI, and you won't get me tomorrow, but yeah, I'm back Thursday. I hope that you enjoyed this display of technical analysis skill. All I really did was to be a buyer below a prior bar low. And it's always a bit scary when the market then goes 20 points against you. So, oh my God, no, come on. You're thinking, have I done too tight a stop loss? But I risked 30, and the market actually went 24 against me, huh? See that? And got 50. I don't think I speak about the ABCD pattern very frequently, but if you want to have a display of what the ABCD means from a chart point of view, let me try and put it in paint, because you know I'm old school, so we use paint. AB is equal to CD. Now, some people would say, yeah, ignore this long candle here, just take it from the body. So, okay. You can see either of them doesn't actually exactly cut the mustard, it's sort of in between. That's why I pay more attention to something like price action, where I want to be a buyer below prior bar low. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a long year ahead of us. I don't want to be overly excited about one trading day or one trade. It's just hopefully, imagine that you can do one trade that added 1% to your account over 250 trading days. Then you really aren't doing too badly, are you? That's it. I'm back Thursday. I'm just writing this in Telegram. I'm back Thursday. Stay strong. Thank you very much for being here today. Look after yourself, and I will see you Thursday. Bye-bye.